little mammals. Oh my gosh, I was just gonna put a little more heat on the subject in there, but we're going to do something that you might not be expecting, but I can't wait to share it with you. But I'm supposed to tell you my routine, but what if I do it this way? If you don't like this video, do a thumbs down. If you don't like this video, make sure you tell me. And if you don't like this video, don't share it with anybody, please, okay? And don't ring the bell. Come on in. Okay, guess what we're going to do now? In case you can't tell, why don't you come look close at these eggs? I think you'll really enjoy them. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? All of them. And here's another. Look at the top of that, and then these other, and here's oh, look at that. I love these colors. And this little one with the blush. And all of them, look at that. They look like we found them, don't they? Don't they look like they were just found somewhere? And these little ones are just regular egg, Easter egg dye color. But what's different about them maybe than most Easter eggs, I don't know, maybe there are some really special Easter egg dyes, but we just get them from the dollar store or someplace really close by and easy, and they're just primary colors. They're not very interesting. So we spend a lot of time putting them into different pots of color and making them as dirty as we can, and that makes a big difference. They have a softness to them that we really like. Now, you're probably wondering how we got these interesting volcanic attitudes going on here. And what we did is, well, I remembered when I was a little girl that my mother, I don't remember much past this, but she used to grate crayons, or we did, we all helped, into a bowl, and then somehow I thought that she floated them on the top of on the top of water, and that they just landed on the eggs, on the hot eggs. But we tried that and it didn't really work. So whilst we were experimenting, we came up with this. And we tried a few other things, but this is what people use to melt or to bubble up paint, layers and layers of paint on steel or even on wood if you're careful. And we thought this could be the tool, and it worked beautifully. It was amazing. Let me just take off my cardigan so I can settle into work here. Now, what we also found, we weren't going to do this as an experiment with you, but we got so excited we started working on it, and then we thought, oh, we haven't filmed it, so now it's like a reenactment. And it's going to be lots of fun. What we found was when we boil the eggs, actually they're finished. Just a second. They have to be hot. And we have these little things that you get in the Easter egg dye box. They have to be hot. And we already grated up some. Here's what we do. Here, I'll show you how. This is a good grater because it makes a kind of fine dust. It doesn't make big chunks that you might get if you used a knife or something, or even a regular grater, because a regular grater, they can get swallowed up in the grooves of the grater. So if you have a grater like this, or one that you would use for nutmeg, that would work. And see how it makes a nice fine dust. And see all the colors? We just grated up these, crayons, took the papers off. And these are just our crayons, regular crayons. And there we go. And then we have to put them in something so that they can hold steady. And I had happened, these are kind of dirty, they need to be polished except for this one. But when we were in graduate school, when Richard and I were in graduate school, I went into the machine shop there one time, the people who take care of the grounds, and I asked if I could cut up this brass pipe. At the time, brass was cheap. Now brass is valuable, but at the time it was cheap, so I thought, and the guy said, oh sure. So I made them into napkin rings because we needed napkin rings because we grew up with napkin rings. And at the time I didn't have the ones as we grew up with because they were still being used. And so because we always keep our napkin all week, and then they all go into the laundry. So I needed some, so we cut the pipe. The man in the shop and I cut it, and then I polished the edges and polished the pipe. So these are perfect for putting these eggs in, because if you put them in the little wooden, these beautiful little wooden stands, the wax might harm the wood, you know, because they're just delicate little stands. So if you find something, even paper, or make some little tube, like from wax paper, maybe cut it up with a little knife, and then you've got something to put them in for the working holders, and then you can put them in anything for the final display. And these are actually going to be hidden for our Easter egg hunt. So the way we're doing the Easter egg hunt is I'm giving everybody a little compass. We use compasses a lot around here. So I've got little compasses with all the degrees on them, and I'm going to write for each hidden egg, probably outside because it's supposed to be 60 degrees or maybe close to that on Easter. So I can put all the different north, northeast, south, southwest, and so forth, and all the different degrees in between. And wherever an egg is hid from a certain point, the person will be able to find the egg if they find that particular direction. So that's what we're using for our Easter egg hunt this year. So here we go. I'm going to show you how we did this. So these eggs are just being boiled. It's better to get ones that are just freshly boiled because there's more of a chance of these colors landing on them and sort of holding on to them. So I'm just going to do little, you can see them starting to melt right in front of our eyes. But if they don't, at least they're sticking, you see? And sometimes I kind of try to throw it on it. See, it's already starting to melt a bit because they're so hot. And also you can reuse the little shavings if they fall on the ground, you know, or whatever, because they're just wax and all the colors look lovely together, really. So, there we go. Okay, here's some more. We'll just do a little line up here and use these to show you. I try to make them a little bit different from each other, of course. So here's some other colors. Here's a red that might be fun on this, or a pink. And again, nothing goes to waste because we can just pick it up and use it again, sweep it up with a little brush. And we want some more, I think a touch of orange on this one. You see the melting on there already. See how fun that is? And then, to get them to really hold, I'm going to a little bit more on here. But see, you can also just go like this and have a party. It's really fun. Now, watch. So I put it on high heat. Take it back here a bit. And then by the time all the other things are on there, the other colors and everything, it starts to really look pretty. There we go. So now, the next stage is with the color that we add onto them. When they get little drips like that, I actually don't mind it. See, for instance, this one has it. around the bottom, but I actually like it. It looks like it was sitting in a pool under a cave for a million years. This little egg. So I don't mind that the drips, this one doesn't have drips on the bottom, but some do. Not on the bottom, but near the bottom, like this one. Something kind of interesting happens. This one I think is smooth on the bottom. They're pretty when they're smooth too, but see where the drips have ended right about at the point where they were held on? Here's this. They're so, oh yeah, this one shows it. See that? Okay, so here we go. Trying to think what color I want to go into. I think it needs a touch of red. And this one needs some purple. This one can use some turquoise. And this one can use some yellow. Oh. Look at this. You know, I'm so excited to show you this. Did you see this one? This was just a bright turquoise color, but then I dumped it in this mud. I don't even know what it is anymore. And look at, it's this beautiful color. It almost kind of brings the top into the bottom. And all the places where the yellow had dripped before, of course they don't take on the dye, but I think it looks so beautiful like this, where the green has turned into this wonderful swampy mossy color, like the kind of relating to the whole idea. Okay, now here's one that was beautiful pinkish color of red, but it was too pink. So I put it in yellow, and now it has this wonderful coral glow to it. This one I don't like yet, so we need to do something to muck it up a bit. I'm gonna put it in purple and see what happens. Oops, there's somebody in there, excuse me. Excuse me for interrupting. Ooh. Okay, he's gonna go in here. Oh my gosh. You know what? I love this one. I love this one. It's not what I would normally think I would love, but it's really beautiful in its own way. Look, let me see if I can turn it around for you. Isn't that interesting? I think that's a beautiful one. I love that color, that sort of ancient purple. Very interesting. Now this one still, this one still isn't there yet. I'm gonna do something dangerous and put it in the purple. And then what about this? Oh my gosh, this one's gorgeous. Look, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love this one now. Oh, it looks like the sun is rising up in the sky. And oh, look, that is, what, can you see it? That is beautiful. And the red, this looks like, you know, bright skies at night, sailor's delight, and bright skies in the morning, sailor's warning. I don't know which one it is, but it is really beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, preparing for this little Easter feast has been uplifting and so wonderful every minute. This little hymn has been humming to me all day long today. It goes like this. Let us sing of Easter gladness that rejoices every day. Sing of hope and faith uplifted, love has rolled the stone away. Lo, the promise and fulfillment, lo, the man whom God hath made. seen in glory of an Easter, crowned with a light that cannot fade. Happy Easter, everyone, everywhere, and every day.